on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel on yet another Tuesday evening. Smackdown Live, January 31st, 2017. I want to thank everybody that has continued to subscribe to the channel. We are nearing 73,000 subscribers right here on YouTube.com. Thank you guys so much. It was an amazing Royal Rumble weekend, and I'm going to do the same for the Chamber and during WrestleMania weekend, in which I will be in Orlando working for you guys, giving you guys content, being within the downtown Orlando area. Cannot wait. So hopefully we get closer to 80,000, I'm hoping for. That is my goal. As we get towards WrestleMania, I at least want to be at 80, and then hopefully by the time we get to SummerSlam, and then in the end of the year, we will have hit that 100,000 subscriber plateau. And I want to thank everybody that continues to support and all the new people who have subscribed due to this Royal Rumble weekend. I also want to thank Audible. Audible is sponsoring the podcast. Audible is sponsoring the show tonight. And if you guys are indeed listening to the show tonight, Audible is going to give you 30 days free to try their service. audibletrial.com. 30-day free trial of the service. That is audibletrial.com/off the script. You sign up, you're going to get one free audio book courtesy of Audible and my podcast, Off the Script. All you got to do is go to that link, sign up, choose whatever audio book you want. There's a ton of wrestling content on there, compatible with iTunes and Android. If you're not into the wrestling books, there's over 180,000 books to choose from. And if you guys do indeed sign up, tweet me on Twitter at JD from NY206, and make sure you guys tell me that you signed up and which book you did get as your free book for signing up for the service. That is audibletrial.com/off the script. I also want to thank everybody that participated in the Wrestling Radio Awards show and voting for Off the Script wherever we were categorized. Best new show, I believe it was best show of the year. Hopefully we win one award. Maybe we win two tonight. I don't know. We are up against some stiff competition in these Wrestling Radio Awards, and that, I believe, will be airing at 11 p.m. So make sure you guys go to WrestlingRadioAwards.com and check out the award show, and Off the Script will be there. They did ask me, just in case I did win anything, to give them a video message thanking everybody if I did indeed win. I did not. It was such a busy weekend, it completely went over my head. But that is going to be live after SmackDown Live review tonight, so make sure you guys go and check that out. It should be, if you do miss it at 11 p.m., it will be on the website for you guys to go back and watch. So I want to thank everybody that voted for me over there. SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live took place from Corpus Christi, Texas. Don't know why WWE continues to book here, man. Really. They are better off fucking wrestling in a backyard. They are better off wrestling in the fucking aisleways during Sunday Mass at church. People in the church would be more noisy than these fucking people, man. What the fuck is with you people in Corpus Christi, Texas, man? Are you there? Are you wondering what fucking barbecue flavor sauce that you're gonna have on your ribs, or are you there to watch a wrestling show? Which one is it? You can't have both. You can't have both, bro. I understand everybody is fucking burnt out from WWE, and I am completely burnt out. I don't want to watch WWE anymore this week. I had NXT, I had Royal Rumble, I had Raw, I had SmackDown, easily eclipsing 14 hours of fucking content. Plus the review that I had to do for each show. I'm tired, bro. I am very, very tired, but I understand that. But Corpus Christi, Texas, they did this last time. And there wasn't even a fucking pay-per-view that week, so don't know why WWE continues to book there. It just brings the show down immensely, but I have no control over that. You guys have no control over that. It is what it is. But they were live from Corpus Christi, Texas tonight, and we are just a few days removed from the despicable Royal Rumble pay-per-view that was held at the Alamo Dome in front of 52,000 fucking people who simultaneously vomited up all their fucking popcorn and beer at the same time as soon as that buzzer went off at number 30, because WWE is a bunch of fucking assholes. I read today in a article on a newsletter that Vince McMahon is listening to nobody. He's not listening to creative writers. He's not listening to staff. He's not listening to anybody but himself. He's looking at himself in the mirror, and he is looking at himself and only himself as he books WrestleMania season. He doesn't want to hear anybody. He's not taking any suggestions. People give him suggestions, and it's like it falls on deaf ears. McMahon is booking all of this himself with absolutely no input whatsoever. So, if we get a WrestleMania worse than last year, which, to me, is going to be incredibly difficult to... How fucking bad can you be to top WrestleMania 32? Is that his motive? Is that Vince McMahon's motive? To top WrestleMania 32 as being one of the biggest embarrassments to WrestleMania in its inception, or since its inception, in its history. I don't know. I think that's his motivation. Instead of giving the fans what we want out of a WrestleMania, he's giving us the complete opposite. And if that wasn't evident by the Royal Rumble, I don't know what else to fucking tell you. Clear as day. McMahon doesn't give a shit about the fans. You can watch the last 15 minutes of that Royal Rumble, and you know McMahon doesn't give a fuck about anybody watching his program. SmackDown tonight was 2 days removed from the Royal Rumble, and we have 2 weeks to go until the Elimination Chamber. I've said this many times. Normally after a major pay-per-view, such as the Royal Rumble, such as WrestleMania or SummerSlam, whatever WWE is having as far as their big pay-per-views go for the year, typically it's another 4-week turnaround till the next pay-per-view. SmackDown comes out of the Royal Rumble and they have absolutely no build. They have no time. They have nothing there, and they have to book everything on the fly for the Elimination Chamber. So we go from the Rumble to the Chamber in 2 weeks. How can you get anything across? How can you make anything feel good? How can you book anything with logic? Everything feels rushed. This show felt rushed because they made mention of the Elimination Chamber. They made mention that the WWE Championship is going to be decided in the Elimination Chamber. But starting tonight is the real build towards the Elimination Chamber, and they got 2 weeks. So when they made that announcement, they had to get it out there because when were you going to do it? When were you going to do it? It made sense to do it before the Rumble so people anticipate, but as we were getting towards the Rumble, or going towards the Rumble, getting closer to the Rumble, SmackDown had to build towards the Royal Rumble. That was their main priority. So after the Rumble ended, now we have 2 weeks turnaround to build towards the Elimination Chamber. Doesn't really make the event all that exciting. Doesn't make it feel all that special, being that it's on the road to WrestleMania. It's rush, rush, rush. That's why I don't understand why they didn't have the Elimination Chamber at the end of February. And why they didn't push Fastlane till the second week of March to give it some breathing room. There's no reason to have the Elimination Chamber 2 weeks after we just had the Royal Rumble. This pay-per-view could have easily been in the third week of February. If you wanted to push it to the fourth week of February. Fastlane's really not going to have any difference on WrestleMania in terms of, you know, having it be drastically different. Whatever's going on with Monday Night Raw is already booked. It's already determined. Whatever they want to do with the Universal Championship, fine. Don't know. Hearing rumors that Kevin Owens is going to be losing it to Bill Goldberg. And that Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg are going to be in the main event for WrestleMania with the Universal Championship on the line. Samoa Joe adds a nice little nugget of intrigue there as well. So, nothing from Monday Night Raw is drastically going to change. This could drastically change everything. You know? John Cena just won the WWE Championship from AJ Styles. If he loses that, SmackDown's main event for WrestleMania is completely changed. Different. It is different. So, I don't know why you go from Royal Rumble to Chamber in 2 weeks instead of giving it some space to breathe. Just really fucking irks me as a fan. And I'm not going to bitch to the point where, you know, it's in excess, but an overabundance of the product is no good. And if the show can't breathe, it's not going to come across well. The Elimination Chamber could be a very, very special pay-per-view with the proper build. I felt like everything on tonight's show was completely rushed. And as far as the chamber goes, AJ Styles is in. And he made mention of something that I was afraid of, and it might actually very well happen. Because if it does happen, I can sense that Shane McMahon and AJ Styles is getting dangerously close to happening. AJ Styles mentioned that he wants John Cena, right? He wants John Cena, he wants the rematch, he wants his WWE Championship back. But AJ Styles mentioned, listen, I want to be in the chamber, but I don't want that to be my rematch for my title. I still want my number one, contender match, my rematch for the WWE Championship, one-on-one. So I have a feeling that AJ Styles is not going to get that before WrestleMania. I just have a feeling he's not. And that's going to irk him. That's going to set up the program between Styles and Shane McMahon, in which AJ feels disrespected. That's just me. But AJ Styles was named to the Elimination Chamber, along with John Cena. The other ones that were announced were Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, The Miz, and Dean Ambrose. So, Dean Ambrose is in the chamber. We are not getting an Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose has another pay-per-view, 2 pay-per-views in a row now, where he's not defending the Intercontinental Championship. I would have had Dean Ambrose out of the chamber match itself. I wouldn't have put the Intercontinental Champion in there. Makes no sense. I would have built up somebody else on the undercard to challenge Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title, and I would have given the pay-per-view, the chamber pay-per-view, another undercard match instead of having him in there. But that's just me. I have also wanted, before this was even announced, to have qualifying matches to see who would gain entry into the chamber, because gaining entry into the chamber and fighting for the WWE Championship should not be randomized. It should not be, okay, I'm going to pick this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and we're going to put them in the chamber. I want people to qualify. How bad do you want it? Show me. How competitive are you going to be on the road to WrestleMania? Show me. Now, I understand why they could not do that. I understand why WWE did not go with that this year. There's no roster. If you did have qualifying matches, it would either be all of these guys against fucking bums, or it would be all of these guys against themselves, and only half of these guys would have been in the Elimination Chamber. And the chamber would have been filled with Styles, Wyatt, and Cena, and then 3 fucking nobodies. So you couldn't do it. I understand why they didn't. Maybe next year when the roster's a little bit more built up, when WWE has a little bit more playing room. That's why I can't wait for the likes of Shelton Benjamin to come back. Maybe they go out and sign a free agent. Maybe they promote from NXT. I don't know. But all I know is SmackDown is in desperate need of a few more bodies on that roster. Tonight made that abundantly clear. So that is the field of 6. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great match. I don't know what else WWE is going to book for the show. I do have an idea. But WWE, with the last brand exclusive pay-per-views, they necessarily don't go the full 3 hours. They'll go 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's treated like an NXT TakeOver event. TakeOver doesn't go 3 hours. They got 5 matches tops, and they get the most out of those 5 matches. Everybody gets their shit in. The main event is going to be like 40 fucking minutes plus. So it's going to be an enjoyable pay-per-view, and it's going to be an important show because it's on the road to WrestleMania, and all shows that are on the road to WrestleMania should be important and should be treated as such. I'm looking forward to it. I just wish that there was more breathing room instead of just 2 weeks. So the opening scene for tonight's show, or the opening segment, I should say, is John Cena. Everybody bitched and moaned that John Cena buried AJ Styles in the go-home promo before the Royal Rumble, calling him just another guy from Atlanta, Georgia. Just another guy from Atlanta. You know, you think you're big because you were on the Indies. I don't need to be in the Indies. I wasn't built for the Indies. I was built for this. I was built for the Royal Rumble. I was built for the WWE. I was built to be WWE champion. So everybody bitched, pissed, moaned that AJ Styles was buried and that he didn't get the last word. I was a little bit upset. Not to the point that other people were, but I was upset that AJ Styles was treated with, some disrespect there. I was upset that he didn't get the last word in there because AJ Styles, after the body of work that he's done for WWE, at least deserved to get another few choice words in on the microphone with John Cena. But John Cena said he came out and said, I should say, that it's no time to celebrate. We got the Chamber coming up. He said that he plans on retaining his title and representing SmackDown Live, not only at the Chamber, but at WrestleMania. He said if you want some, come get some. Bray Wyatt came out and Randy Orton came out. Okay, so we got the Wyatt family pretty much confronting John Cena. Before they came out, he did rectify what he said about AJ Styles. He said AJ Styles is exactly what he says he is. He is a phenomenal talent. He is of the elite in WWE, and he is the very essence that this championship stands for. So whatever he said about AJ Styles, he pretty much rectified here tonight on SmackDown, which I was happy to see. He put over AJ in a big way. He said, and this is painfully true, no matter how many fucking goons out there want to say that John Cena sucks dick, or JD is a John Cena fanboy, keep riding that Cena dick, whatever the fuck you guys have been spewing at me, go fuck yourself, okay? He said that AJ Styles brings out the very best in him. That is very true, but AJ Styles brings out the very best in everybody. And it's funny to see everybody comparing this match to Okada and Omega. Listen, it's night and day, bro. Everybody's got different tastes. You like Budweiser. You like Heineken. You like Corona. You like Yingling. I hate those fucking beers, bro. I'm going to sit at a bar. I'm going to drink a Three Philosophers. I'm going to drink a Wells banana bread beer. I'm going to drink a Mad Elf. I'm going to drink a Sam Adams, whatever the fuck they got on tap, seasonal, right? I'm going to drink, I don't know, Southern Tier Pumpkin. I'm going to drink Southern Tier Chocolat. I'm going to drink something that nobody's ever heard of before, but it's going to pique your interest because the bottle's nice, the label's nice, and the aroma is fucking unbelievable. It's like two different sides of the fucking fence, bro. Okay? You know? To some people, Okada and Omega was all those fancy beers that I just mentioned that nobody's ever fucking heard of. And you might love that. You know? But AJ Styles and John Cena might have been that Yingling and Corona and Budweiser and Heineken. And people love those fucking beers, man. Simple is best to those people. It's two different opinions. You can't be wrong in that. I loved both matches. I'm not here to judge which match was better. I'm not. They both pretty much were built on the same thing. You know? How many finishers did fucking Kenny Omega kick out of? How many Rainmakers did Kenny Omega kick out of? How many fucking Styles clashes did AJ Styles deliver to John Cena? You know? He nailed the phenomenal forearm. How many finishers did he do? How many AAs did AJ Styles kick out of? How many finishing moves were applied in total in that match? It's nothing but finishing move, kick out, finishing move, kick out, big move, kick out, finishing move, kick out, and then finally a finishing move of a grander scale is executed, and then that's the match. That's all those matches are, man. All these matches are built up on fucking finishers. You know? But people like it, some people don't. You can't complain. I found it funny that people were fucking going crazy on Twitter about this. Even Kenny Omega was arguing with the fucking trolls on Twitter. Said that he himself could bring out the best match in John Cena and AJ, respectively, in their careers. I don't doubt him for that. Pretty sure he could. But there's no reason to argue, you know? And then he got into a verbal argument with these fucking goons, and he started bragging about himself. Well, I was in the 6-star match with Okada. You weren't, you know? But whatever the case may be, people like to bitch and moan over nonsense. I'm here to bitch and moan over the product and tell you guys how it should be done. But Cena, he put over Styles. That's what I'm trying to get at. He put over Styles. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton came out. Wyatt said that the more things change around here, the more they stay the same. Didn't Machine Head sing a song like that? I think they did. Great fucking album. Anyway, more things change, the more they stay the same. Not only for John Cena, that's pretty much with Monday Night Raw. You know? Was he talking about Cena or Monday Night Raw? Beats me. Up to interpretation. And he said that it's the same horrible situation. He said that Cena would be trapped like a rat inside the chamber. Wyatt said that he'd be walking out the WWE champion. And Orton said that they would settle their rivalry, he and Cena. And the Wyatts would set the WWE title free. I take it. You want to set it free? Have it come wander over to me, man. Seriously. The lights went out, came back on. Luke Harper was in the ring. Wyatt and Orton started to walk towards the ring. Harper was standing there next to John Cena. We didn't know whether Harper was going to attack Cena or not, but he stood there in a friendly alliance until Shane McMahon came out and booked a tag team match. He pulled a Teddy Long. He sees the tag team match possibility, comes out and does the Teddy Long. So we got Wyatt and Orton versus Harper and Cena, and that match was actually the opening match of SmackDown Live. This was pretty much all about teasing the Cena-Orton possibility at WrestleMania. Cena was all excited to get Orton in the ring. He was pointing at the WrestleMania logo. This match more so was about the Wyatt family. And just by watching this match and the things that happened in this match, it really tends to make you believe that the WWE Championship is going to be centered around the Wyatt family saga. Harper and Wyatt really teased that there will be a possibility of those two feuding for the WWE Championship after WrestleMania. Because you know Luke Harper is always going to be mixed in with Bray Wyatt. Everybody is expecting Bray Wyatt to win the WWE Championship in the Elimination Chamber and go on to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Whatever happens there remains to be seen. Will Wyatt go over? Will Wyatt finally have his fucking comeuppance in the WWE? Will he be the one set free finally to be the main event player that everybody expects him to be and wants him to be? But I could definitely see Bray Wyatt as the WWE Champion and Luke Harper the challenger for that title. And after that, I'd love to see Bray Wyatt versus AJ Styles. That's just me, though. I would love to see that match. But that all remains to be seen. This was typically built on the Wyatt family here with Orton, Wyatt, and Harper. Okay? Harper and Orton had a stare down. Wyatt got in the middle of them. Okay? Harper punched Orton. Wyatt went for Sister Abigail. Harper blocked it. He went for Sister Abigail. It was reversed again. And then, in the end, John Cena ate a fucking RKO. He took a beautiful RKO from Randy Orton, and he actually pinned John Cena, did Orton. So it was 1, 2, 3 with the RKO there. Sister Abigail back and forth from Wyatt, Harper, back to Wyatt. Cena was about to deliver an AA on Wyatt. Orton pushed Wyatt off of Cena's shoulders. RKO 1, 2, 3. That was pretty much it. But the tension with the Wyatt family grows, and I hope that it continues to build. I hope there's more intrigue every week, because I am not going to stray away from a Bray Wyatt Randy Orton main event. If it is going to do what everybody expects it to do, and you can never expect anything from the WWE, because once you start expecting, they're going to do the complete opposite. Because that's what they do. Fuck everybody. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They're going to do what Vince McMahon wants. But if it is going to build up Bray Wyatt, which I hope is the main priority here, being that they abandoned everything else, I'm all for it. If it's going to get another main event guy out of this, for this brand, I am for it. And I'm very much looking forward to getting Bray Wyatt in the position that he deserves to be in. James Ellsworth introduced Carmella. He came out dressed as a fucking extra for Milli Vanilli. I don't know what the fuck this guy's dressed as, man. All I know is Ellsworth has overstayed his welcome. I think at this point, a fucking 4-piece chicken McNugget with sweet and sour sauce, a small fry, and the little fucking toy that comes in the Happy Meal is worth more than James Ellsworth right now. You know? Add in some fucking sliced apples, some nice nutrition, a nice healthy alternative for the Happy Meal, and maybe it would be on my TV more so than James Ellsworth. I'd actually like to see that. This guy sucks. This guy fucking sucks dick. I can't stand this guy. This is a wasted time slot. He's serving no purpose. I don't know whether he's trying to get Carmella over or ruin her career, one or the other, because with the sound of crickets that were very apparent in the arena tonight in Corpus Christi, Texas, Carmella ain't doing James Ellsworth no favors, and he is not doing her any favors at all. Completely fucking miserable. Carmella comes out, has a one-on-one match with Delilah Dawson. I don't know what the fuck this was, man. I don't know what she was dressed as. She looked like a fucking drug-induced smurf, a crack whore, that hangs out behind Papa Smurf's village. I don't know. What the fuck? Where they find these fucking people at, bro? Seriously, she looked like a fucking crack whore that hides behind Papa Smurf's fucking hut. Seriously. And you got one of these other fucking goons, one of these goons in the village who fucking randomly gives her a phone call in the middle of the night. Yeah, you got the stuff? You got the stuff. And then, things happen. I don't know. Whatever. Carmella wins. Her hair extension fell out. And it was quite disturbing. And it was just a waste of time. Waste of time. We had a crack whore looking Smurf, Delilah Dawson, versus Carmella with her hair extensions falling out, with James Ellsworth in his corner. And like I said, the 4-piece chicken McNugget with barbecue sauce is worth more than this fucking guy. 99 cents. Lucky I gave you that, Ellsworth. Ellsworthless. Anyway, moving on. Ziggler versus Kalisto. Ziggler, I don't know whether he is a babyface or a heel. With this crowd, I have no fucking idea, man. I'm trying to think of one of the best villains in WWE right now. I don't know. There really is none, You could take, I'm trying to think of somebody off the top of my fucking head, man. You could take Psycho Sid during his fucking feud with Shawn Michaels after he took the camera and he smashed Jose Lothario with the fucking camera in his chest. Something villainous like that, And he would get cheered in this fucking crowd. This crowd don't know what the fuck a heel or face is, man. They're thinking about their fucking barbecue ribs with the side of mashed potatoes and the side of corn, And then they're thinking about their fucking yingling. What am I going to down this fucking delicious meal with? Why am I talking about food? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. Anyway, you guys get my point. Ziggler doesn't come out as a heel. He's not living the heel that he should be. They talked about him kicking Jerry the King Lawler, and they're talking about him feuding with JBL and Jerry the King Lawler. They're showing Apollo Crews on the TV in the back as he's fighting Kalisto again on SmackDown Live. Ziggler wins. Super kick to the face. But Ziggler did try to do a dastardly, villainous heel move. And with the Luchadors, this is number one sin right here. He tried to remove Kalisto's mask. So, as soon as that happened, Apollo Crews came running out to the ring like a fucking bat out of hell. And he tried to chase down Ziggler into the audience. Ziggler jumped the barricade. Apollo Crews did not chase after. I'm assuming this is going to be for Elimination Chamber. I'm very much looking forward to that, man. I think Dolph Ziggler and Apollo Crews can have a great fucking match. If given the time, which they should have on that card, I think they will have a great fucking match, man. That is definitely going to be a sleeper match at Elimination Chamber. So Kalisto is, again, roughed up by Dolph Ziggler. He had his mask, potentially removed tonight until Apollo Crews pretty much thwarted that attempt. Naomi and Becky Lynch cut a promo backstage. Naomi is looking very, very good in recent weeks, man. She's got this type of energy that we haven't seen before. I think she's very grateful now. It just comes across that way to me, that she is very grateful she's getting this opportunity. And I'll tell you, man, she is making the most out of it. She was very good in the ring. She hit all her big moves pretty much flawlessly. David Otunga hypes up Naomi being one of the most athletic women in the entire WWE, and the entire division, period, between both brands. I gotta agree with him, man. She is fucking awesome. I could certainly see title gold around her waist. I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting Naomi versus Alexa Bliss at the pay-per-view. I wouldn't bet against Becky Lynch and Mickie James at the pay-per-view. They already booked Natty versus Nikki Bella for the pay-per-view. It just seems the women on SmackDown are having more fun at their jobs than the women on Monday Night Raw. I don't know. It's just two completely different atmospheres. The attitudes are so much different on SmackDown. They're so much more lively. They're so much more into what they're doing. On Monday Night Raw, they're like the fucking crowd in Corpus Christi, Texas. Dead. There's no life. There's no energy. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's like night and day between both shows. But Naomi, again, pinned Alexa Bliss with her split-legged moonsault, and she pinned the champion again. And I think this is definitely going to result in a championship match at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So, I'm all for it, man. The more the more competitors Alexa Bliss has, the more competitors a champion has, I'm all for it. And I think that's going to be great. Can't wait to see it. Mickie James, though, I don't know what happened there. A little sloppy. She's still getting used to being back, but, I'm not going to sit here and complain about, the sloppiness of a Mickie James who's been away for all this time. Last time she's been in WWE, what 6-7 years now? So it's going to take her a little bit more than a couple of weeks to get reaffiliated with everything. So I'm not going to be too hard on her. I think she's still going to be a invaluable asset to the women's division. But I think working with Becky is going to be very good for Mickie James. American Alpha cut a backstage promo here about having no challengers. I wonder why. There's no challengers because there's no fucking division. Chad Gable said that they will issue an open challenge to anybody on the roster. I take a look at my Twitter, and Matt Hardy indirectly tweeted American Alpha and said, keep making open challenges. And he talked about the exhibition of gold, or the expedition of gold. And he says that it's coming. I don't know what that means. I think Matt Hardy's just being Matt Hardy, and he's building up his own thing, his own hashtag here, his own little gimmick. But I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see the American Alpha or the Alphas of America versus the Broken Hardys at WrestleMania. That would be fucking awesome. I did pitch an idea with Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero versus the New Day at WrestleMania. I think that would be great. But I doubt Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy are coming to the WWE. I hope for it. I'm not going to put too much stock in it because in the end we're just going to be disappointed anyway. I think they are going to stay with TNA. But there is no competition on Monday Night Raw for the Alphas of America. There really is not. They have teams. They just refuse to use them. Now, if they wanted to do this with these elite athletes here, American Alpha, Gable and Jordan, they clearly prove they can stand toe-to-toe with some of the best teams in the business, okay? If they want to have an open challenge, why don't you have them run through all these teams? You can have them go against Slater and Rhino week after week. Done, okay? You can have them go through the Fashion Police. Done. And it could be competitive. You can have them run through the Usos. Done. You can have them run through the Ascension. Done. You can have them run through the Vaudevillains. Done. Have them run through everybody. And everybody's mentioning to me, where's Ty Dillinger? Where's the Revival? What the fuck are you asking me for? Do I work with Road Dogg behind the scenes? Am I writing this show? I wish I was. Why are you asking me where Ty Dillinger is? Don't expect Ty Dillinger on SmackDown after the Royal Rumble. It was the perfect opportunity. He debuted. It was right. The moment called for it. Let it be. Ty Dillinger potentially could be set up for a monumental fucking title win if WWE wants to book him right in NXT. He could be the one to take the title of Bobby Roode. Anybody ever think of that? Ty Dillinger could be the one to take the title of Bobby Roode WrestleMania weekend in Orlando. How do you think that would go over? Fucking 12,000 people watching Ty Dillinger exploding with fucking yes chants and 10 chants. That would be fucking epic as hell, man. That'd be one of the greatest moments in NXT history. So don't anticipate Ty Dillinger to be on SmackDown all because he was in the Royal Rumble. We all anticipated Finn Balor and Samoa Joe to be in the Royal Rumble. What happened with that? Yeah, we were given the wrong Samoan. And we were given no demon. Anyway, they could have an open challenge every week. I wish they would. It would actually make the tag team championships on SmackDown a little bit more credible. These guys have been out for a month with no title defense. They beat the Wyatts and nothing. So why are you having these guys sit around? So the best thing that WWE booked tonight was all these teams. Alpha comes out awaiting a team to come out. The Usos come out. I'm like, okay, we're going to get a competitive tag team match. I don't mind the Usos. They're looking too much like gang warfare over here, but regardless of that, they're still a quality team. And I like them much better as a heel team. But we didn't get that match. Instead, we got the Usos, we got Rhino and Slater, we got the Fashion Police, we got the Vaudevillains, we got Ascension. They're all out there. All right? Everybody's brawling in the middle of the ring. All these teams, all teams on SmackDown brawling in the middle of the ring. Instead of doing something like an open challenge week after week where American Alpha proves that they're the best team, and then all of a sudden, right before WrestleMania, the Revival comes out and challenges American Alpha at WrestleMania. You know? Who's left? Or the Hardys, if you go get the Hardys, you know? One or the other. But it could lead up to something epic. If it's not the Hardys, it's the Revival. If it's not the Revival, it could be the Revival. It could be the Hardys if you end up signing them to the WWE. But instead of doing that, they teased what I hope will not happen, and that will be a tag team elimination chamber match at the pay-per-view. Gay. Honestly, lame. That is the most simplest, most boring, most fucking childlike situation you could book. Awful. Why would you do that? Why not give me, you know, what happened to a team going against another team for the sake of competition, for the sake of fighting for a title? What's with these multi-tag team matches? You're not going to get anybody over like that. You're not. You have these teams. Instead, they give us no tag team matches. We're getting tag team matches with a mixture of guys. Ziggler and I don't know, Ziggler and Corbin versus fucking Kalisto and Apollo Crews. Those are the tag team matches we're getting on Monday Night Raw. Or tonight, Luke Harper and John Cena versus Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. Meanwhile, you got legit fucking tag teams who should be vying for a tag team title, and they're not showing us anything. Jack Swagger has held them captive in catering. He's asking Connor, do you want mango or do you want strawberry? He's asking Aiden English, cheesecake or crumb cake? He's asking fucking Jey Uso, you want fruit punch or iced tea? He's asking fucking Tyler Breeze, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? You haven't done anything since they called you up, you know? You want to be the fucking guy with the selfie stick, or you want to be a fucking, you want to be a walking, talking village people? The fuck is going on with this? What's going on with this division? It's the SmackDown Tag Team Division, the Raw Tag Team Division, the Women's Division on Raw. What happened? What is going on here? It pisses me off that they don't book correctly. Give me a fucking Fashion Police versus Rhino and Slater. Competitive tag teams. Get these guys TV time. No, instead you want to put fucking James Ellsworth out there dressed as a fucking wigger. Come on, man. Nobody wants to see that garbage. Anyway, enough complaining about that. That's what I'm afraid of that they're booking for. And I hope not. But you guys get my point. Have these guys go through their own expedition of gold. Run through all these fucking teams. Get these teams TV time. You know, have American Alpha prove that, you know, we're the champions. Let me prove to you why these guys are the best. Have them run through everybody, and then at the final fucking team, who the fuck is left? All of a sudden you see, yes. You know? That'd be fucking epic. Said the same thing about New Day, but I doubt that's happening. Or you can have the Revival come out, you know? You can hear their theme music playing, and then you, me, and everybody else who's a fucking fan of NXT and their work would fucking jump off their couch, marking out like a fucking clown. Anyway, that's what I would do with those guys, but they're mishandling the tag team division, man, and it's a real fucking disgrace. It really is. Anyway, we get from the tag teams into Daniel Bryan's office. Natalya and Nikki is booked for Elimination Chamber. Should be a decent match. It's been built up very nicely, so there's no reason why they won't put on a good match. Maybe they make a stipulation out of it. Who knows? But that is now booked for Elimination Chamber. Ambrose versus AJ Styles. You know, these two put on very, very good matches towards the latter half of 2016. And this was no different. This was a very, very good match. Main event went on about 9:30. They did their entrances. They cut to commercial. Miz came out. Baron Corbin came out mid-match. So there was a few commercial breaks thrown in between there. But with the Miz and Baron Corbin coming out, it really made the announced team look rather fucking ridiculous. You had, on top of Otunga, Ronaldo, Phillips, and JBL, you had Miz and Maurice and then Baron Corbin. 7 fucking bodies at the announce table. Most of the match, The Miz was over-talking Mauro Ranallo. They were trying to build hype for the Elimination Chamber. Miz was arguing with Baron Corbin back and forth about him being a rookie, and he doesn't understand what it means to be a WWE champion. He doesn't know what it means to be in the chamber. How is he going to operate in the chamber? This is his first chamber. Baron Corbin bragging about, well, how are you going to feel when I walk into the chamber, my first chamber, and win the whole fucking thing? You know? So they're arguing back and forth, and Ranallo's trying to call the action. Everything just got fucking thrown out of whack. It was sheer chaos on the audio side, and I didn't like it. It really took away from the main event. During a main event like this that is competitive between two of the participants in the fucking match, I want to hear Ranallo call the action, and I want to be concentrating on the action. My attention was all over the fucking place because there was audio chaos on the SmackDown Live commentary team. 4 is painful. But 7? Maurice didn't say anything, but just her fucking presence out there was just, visually, it was pathetic. But this match broke down. Ambrose was trying to fight back late in the game here. He went for dirty deeds. Styles got out of it. He went to ringside. Ambrose with an elbow drop off the top rope. Corbin and Miz all of a sudden just get into a fucking brawl on the outside. Corbin got so fucking pissed off, he just went right over to the Miz and punched him right in the fucking mouth. Ambrose hit another elbow drop on Styles. Took out Corbin then with a dive because the referee was trying to break up Miz and Corbin on the outside. And Ambrose went for a pin. The referee wasn't there to see it. He dove onto Corbin, sent Miz into the barricade. Styles hit the Styles Clash in the end due to all this chaos happening. And he won with the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. Post-match, Miz got into the ring, took his fucking suit off, took his tie off. Ambrose not only was hit with the Styles Clash, he was hit with the skull-crushing finale. Corbin then took out the Miz with the End of Days, and then Corbin took out Ambrose with the End of Days, and Styles got out of harm's way as they were teasing a showdown between Styles and Corbin to close the show. That was awesome. I like the way Corbin is being built up. I like the way they're making Corbin look. Corbin is going to have a dominating Elimination Chamber. He is going to be catapulted into the next stage on SmackDown Live. I foresee it now. And with the rumors, which we will talk about later on in the week as we get closer to Off the Script, John Cena rumored to not be the WWE Champion going into the Elimination Chamber. Bray Wyatt may walk out of the chamber with the WWE Championship. We might get Orton versus Wyatt at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. So how does John Cena lose this match? I am thinking, and I'm pitching an idea here, and I thought about this as I tweeted it earlier this afternoon. I heard reports that John Cena's opponent is going to be either Dolph Ziggler or Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. I could see Corbin happening because Ziggler is not in the Elimination Chamber, and it would make no sense. I don't want to see a miserable undercard match, even though I think they put on a good match. It's not going to mean anything. You want Cena in something important at WrestleMania. And the most important thing for Cena to do, if he is indeed going away for a few months, is to put over Baron Corbin on his way out. Get Baron Corbin that win. Because I think a beautiful sight with the End of Days on John Cena at WrestleMania would send Baron Corbin into the fucking stratosphere. That's what everybody wants, and I think that would be brilliant. But I honestly see John Cena losing the title. I see John Cena eliminating Baron Corbin from the Elimination Chamber and Baron Corbin snapping. I see him being ushered out of the Elimination Chamber by the referees, and he's not going anywhere. He is so fucking enraged that he lost to John Cena, that The Miz was proven right, that he literally goes on a fucking warpath and does End of Days to everybody, lays everybody out, including Cena, after he was already eliminated. And Cena is cost the match because of Baron Corbin and his fucking brutal attack after he was eliminated. Referees and officials try to get in there. They usher him out. The damage was already done. And Bray Wyatt, the last one to cover John Cena in the match, covers him for the title 1, 2, 3. And we have a new WWE Champion. On top of that, Baron Corbin and John Cena now have something to feud over as we go into WrestleMania, setting up Corbin versus Cena for Orlando. That's what I think is going to happen. That's the way I'd pitch it. I'd have fucking absolute chaos in that chamber. But that's just me. That was SmackDown Live. All in all, it was a very weak show. I think both shows really, post-Royal Rumble, really showed that, They are coming down from all the hype from the Royal Rumble, which there was none at all after we seen what they did. Everybody was more disgusted than fucking hyped up for the Royal Rumble. But seems like they took vacations, man. Seems like WWE went into rest mode for Monday Night Raw. The beginning and the end were great. Same thing here with SmackDown. The beginning was great. The end was great. And everything in between on both of these shows was just pretty much fucking garbage. If you missed the middles of these shows, you didn't miss anything. You really did not. But the best moment of the entire fucking 3 days, 4 days, if you include NXT, Bobby Roode's entrance easily, right? And the debut on the main roster of Samoa Joe as he destroyed Seth Rollins to close Monday Night Raw last night. But that's your SmackDown review. Decent show. Nothing special. Repeat matches with Ambrose and Styles and Ziggler versus Kalisto. But what can you do with 2 weeks of build towards the Elimination Chamber? There's not much you can do, you know. And no, I don't think Vince McMahon is trying to sabotage SmackDown Live. It's just the fact that, you know, when the writers and the fucking performers are rushed to tell a story and get everything in with only 4 hours of fucking television, 6 hours of television before your next pay-per-view after coming out of the Royal Rumble, there's not much you could do, man. It's very, very difficult. The pay-per-view calendar really needs to be altered. You know, dates need to be switched around. Pay-per-views need time to breathe. You can't go from the Rumble right into another pay-per-view, man. It's not going to work. It's not going to be good for the performers. It's not going to be good for the shows. It's not going to be good for the storylines. Not going to be good for the fans. It's overkill. But that's my thought on that. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And I will be back tomorrow with Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin's show. And then Thursday, I'll be back here with NXT, the review for NXT. Don't know what's going to happen. I do believe they taped right before TakeOver in San Antonio. We're going to have some matches that were taped there before the show went live on the WWE Network. So it's not going to be a week in which we get billed towards the next TakeOver. It's going to be tapings, I believe, this coming week. So we'll fill you in on that on Thursday, review for that show, and then Off the Script on Friday. And then if I hear anything big, Off the Script extras will be sprinkled out through the week. So you guys have content to keep yourselves busy, man. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. AudibleTrial.com. Thank you for Audible for sponsoring the show. Make sure you guys end the month strong with Audible. We had a ton of signups this month. Hope the same for February. That's audibletrial.com/offthescript for 30 days free of the service with one free audio book. Make sure you guys go and check that out. If you missed my Raw review, Rumble review, TakeOver review, if you missed my Resident Evil 7 walkthrough, which we are now on part 3, everything you need is in the video annotation on the screen. I'll be back tomorrow live with Joe, and then Thursday for NXT, and then Friday with Off the Script. Until then, I am JD. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you all with more WWE news and rumors. Talk to you soon.